to, there we go. Shit. There we go. All right. Uh, oh, what's going on, you guys? Welcome you guys to the channel. It's your boy Big Dog back with a DC TV talk. And I'm doing this as a live vid, even though I probably won't be able to see what you guys are saying. My apologies. But what I will say is I'm probably going to start doing videos like this. It won't necessarily be DC TV talk, but I don't know what I'm going to call it. But it's going to kind of be like a podcast type thing where on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I don't know. I think I want to start in February so it give me time to like get prepared. Tuesdays and Thursdays are probably like 11 p.m. Central Time. Well, I do like how hour, maybe an hour long, hour and a half, or it might be even shorter, just me covering everything that's going on and like the stuff that I'm interested in, pop culture or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just me talking about everything. Um, because I can, because I can. But this one is pretty much like strictly DC based on the CW DC shows. I'm technically it's a review for all of them because I didn't do want to do individual reviews this week simply because like I think after Crisis a lot of these shows were affected, and I want to discuss like how each of them were affected by the events of Crisis on Infinite Earths. Starting off with Batwoman, which I knew was going to kind of be like the least affected. Only reason I say I think Batwoman is probably the least affected because it's the show that didn't really need any like course correction right now. You know, but one thing I am wondering like has Batman still been gone for 3 years and you know what I'm saying what's going on with that. But what the show did is just pretty much picked up where everything left off. Nothing, no events have really changed. But the end of the episode was probably the most well, I don't want to say the most interesting because like this episode also was the episode where Batwoman came out as a lesbian. Granted, I think I liked it. I think feel like everybody needs their own representation. But my biggest thing with Batwoman is like the fact that like they hammered it home that like yeah she's a lesbian, which is cool. Is just I feel like a lot of the other shows. I feel like the CW shows aren't behind in that regard. I feel like they always have representation for everyone, like no ethnicities, uh, uh, um, you know, whatever it is. Like I feel like the CW is always with their superhero shows. I always had good representation. I think probably the best representation is probably um on Legends of Tomorrow with Sarah Lance. I think that's probably the best representation. And Batwoman is kind of like she always has to remind people that she's gay instead of just her being gay. You know, I feel like it's more or less that, and that's kind of how this episode felt in some regards because you had the kid who wanted to get away because her parents didn't understand that she was gay. I don't know what it's like to be gay. You know what I'm saying? Especially not, yeah. And then I couldn't imagine how it is for a kid having to come out and tell their parents are gay and how their parents react. Granted, I think it's easier now, but this is me on the outside looking in. I have no, you know what I'm saying? I have no idea. But it just seems like, it should be, I feel like it's more, they would be more comfortable. Granted, the words changed, and you know what I'm saying? Because I remember back in the day, if this is a horrible thing to say, this no, it's like when you knew somebody was gay back in the day. Even for me, growing up as a kid, if you knew somebody was gay, I guess. I mean, let's be honest. I kind of picked on them. You know, that's what it was. It's in the past. Granted, somebody probably gonna take this clip a year from now or a couple of months from now. It's like, hey, you used to pick on gay people when you was. I didn't just beat them up or anything like that, but they look at gay people it's like weird. But now I don't think it's the same way. Then you have some people who still live in that light. But like, I'm not one of those people. But nonetheless, uh, she was able to you know influence this kid and tell her like, hey, it's gonna be okay. I can't promise you it's gonna be better right away. And I get what the episode was going for. I just it didn't feel clunky or anything. It just felt kind of too on the nose. If I guess I don't know. Maybe other people who are coming out to their parents or came out to their parents, maybe felt empowered by this. I have no idea. But granted, this the biggest thing for me I took away from this episode is the fact that Beth is in this universe. Not Alice, not the crazy one, Beth, her actual sister. And it's really her. So I'm thinking, we don't know what Crisis did to this world now, okay? We have no idea because it seems like everything else is the same. My dad's in jail. Her stepsister's mother's dead. Stepsister hates her because her sister killed her mother. So it's like everything else still seems the same, except for this one big thing that her sister is back. And she went up to college. So apparently they have a relationship. So what's going on with that? Who is out? It is. That's why I like Crisis so much, because Crisis shook things to the core, and like it had actual consequences. It's not like, hey, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do the crossover. We're gonna mention it one time in the episode, and the following episode for these shows, and then we're gonna go on about our business. No, this has everlasting effects, and like it's moving on, and it's very, very, very interesting. And I like it a lot. But yeah, that's Batwoman for this week. That was cool, you know what I'm saying? But like, they had those few like issues that I said, which were minor. But the fact that Beth is back and apparently knows her sister, that's the part that's gonna like drive me crazy. I can't wait to see how they tie that up. On the Supergirl, which Supergirl, I think might have had the biggest change out of all the shows. Well, that we've seen so far. We still haven't seen the Flash. But Supergirl, first of all, Lex is a good guy. He works over the DEO. Lena is also like a hero. First of all, Lex and Lena being heroes, insane. Lex and Lena have been working together, insane. Lex, Lena, and Supergirl have been working together, even more insane. And the fact that like everybody now knows, because John pretty much put the memories back and for the whole Supergirl team, so they know exactly what's going on. Not only that, they lost all traces of Leviathan. Don't know how that happened. One of the girls from Leviathan is now working Obsidian. That's crazy. Lena actually remembers what happened in the past because Lex made a deal with the Monitor. You know what I'm saying? So that's insane. The biggest thing from this episode that came from this episode, though, not only was like, hey, the stuff with Lex, and that was huge, but Brainiac becomes the Brainiac 5 that I think everybody know him to be, with green, gold hair, and like the three, things on. And he's now you kind of like full strength, because like at first he was kind of like, not fully there because he had the inhibitors on. Now he's fully aware, and he's working with Lex behind everybody's back, even though Lex is kind of working with multiple people behind multiple people's back. Lena's mother's out of jail. She's running a charity. So many things are happening. Supergirl got the biggest effects from everything that has happened. Another thing we found out is that the universes can't detect multiverses, which is why, I don't know. Pretty sure something that happened later on, because we saw that a multiverse still exists, because we saw that's what Stargirl's at, that's what Titans at, that's what Swamp Thing's at, that's what the Green Lantern, Green Lantern, of course, all of that stuff. So I'm pretty sure they're going to play a part, but considering the fact that all of these people exist on this one planet, that we don't have to worry about those other things right now. And I think that's a good thing for all of these shows. So we don't know what's going to happen with Leviathan. One Earth got saved in a bottle, and you can bottle planets. I didn't know Brainiac people can do. What? No. I don't remember if you were able to do that in the comic, but it was something similar to that. Where he was able to like bottle things up. And the big one, another two more things. William Day, he doesn't trust Lex Luthor. Why? We don't know. He just got a hunch about it. So that's gonna come into play pretty soon. What is that? And when is, even though we know Wynn left, but now he's back and he's taking up in his father's footsteps as like, the toy master. Which is gonna be crazy. Like, make exploding toys and stuff. So that Supergirl has the biggest change, which I think Supergirl needed the biggest change if I'm keeping it a buck with you. Because I kind of feel like Supergirl they got kind of stagnant and like I didn't like the direction it was going. This shook things up quite a bit because now you have this dynamic where Kara has to work with Lex. Technically, Lex hasn't did anything, but Lex made a good point. You keep an eye on me, and I'm gonna keep an eye on you, and it just kind of works out for both of us. It not just works out for both of us, it kind of works out for the world in general, which I think is smart. It just Kara's so hung up on not trusting. Granted, she has every right to. The guy's been so manipulative that why would you trust him? Okay, no, he's giving you no reason to trust him. Next thing, going over to Black Lightning, which didn't have a big effect. Black Lightning I think he wasn't really affected either because they try to keep that show as probably like, not boxed in, but what can I say? In-house as much as possible. So the effects from it didn't really take place at all. I think just the biggest thing from Black Lightning to me was one, laying on that shit. Okay? Laying on that shit and this fucking with her bad. Okay, like when she slapped Jefferson, he just kept his cool. That's what you do, fellas. You know what I'm saying? When you get hit by a woman, keep your cool, because it don't matter what you do. You are guilty. All right? Even if she hit you, you're guilty. Just remember that. So when she hit him, he just was like, but after a woman hits you, I think you should leave as well. Like, nobody should take abuse, no matter what they own. Granted, she out of mind. She out of body right now. So, that's kind of it's not an excuse, but you understand. Like, she's addicted to the green light and so on and so forth. Jen wants to kill. Jen got on my nerves. She's like, "What are you talking about? I gotta go kill Odell. Odell gotta die." I'm like, this clubhouse was like, "Shut up, shut up." And the another thing that happened with the stuff with the Nessa and like, hey, Black Lightning, we need you. Like when Henderson called back on, like, hey man, we need you or these kids gonna die. And then he called him like 2 seconds later again, like, man, where you at? Like, dude, you ain't gave me time to get there. I'm dealing with a crisis at home. My wife is addicted to some drugs and she's losing her damn mind. Also, you have another superhero down there with you right now. So when Anissa got mad at her father, I don't think that was right because it's not something that he was trying to do. It was the people around her. Like, don't get mad at him. Like, he just came and helping out, Like, apparently, if they just kept calling me, apparently they needed me for something. Don't get mad at me. I'm just here to help. So that was the thing. And Gamby dealing with a kid who's trying to help. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. But it was called the Book of Markovia, but we didn't actually see any Markovians. And oh man, I thought Odell was gonna die, dog. He did. He played him. And now he beefed out. They beefed out. And he won't smoke next episode because he's saying that painkillers to eliminate all of them. Even though, listen, painkiller throw them bitches. Don't get me wrong. He throw them bitches. But if you think painkiller finna whoop Thunder, Black Lightning, I don't even know. And Jen, hell no. Hell to the hell no. He couldn't even whoop Thunder by himself. Blackbird at the moment, but come on now, dog. Come on, man. I ain't going down. I really like this episode of Black Lightning, though. It was like, because it had so much pressure on Jefferson. He's like, man, I just came back from literally seeing you guys die. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, embrace y'all. But y'all just kind of like push me off. I'm like, I'm happy to see you. Like, what is going on? And like so, and then his wife, and then his kids, all of that just hitting him at once. So he ain't really had time to catch his breath, and I think that's going to affect him later on down the line, unless he gets that break next episode. On to Arrow, Green Arrow, and the Canaries. Now this was kind of weird. One, Dina was, I don't know what's going on with Dina. Like, did Dina get transferred to the future? Or did she wake up? Because she said she doesn't remember anything after Oliver's funeral, you know? So I feel like she got transported to the future and she has no recollection of what's been going on. Mia doesn't remember anything. Black Siren comes through and reminds her and like, hey, we have to prevent something from happening, okay? Mia like, dude, I'm with my boyfriend, John Jr. We all good. Everything is great. And that's what it was. But I did like I like it. It just seems like Black Siren just didn't. I don't know. Black Siren seemed a little too hard for me. You know what I'm saying? She seemed a little. Granted, I get it, but like she just seemed too, macho in a sense, and I didn't enjoy that too much. It was all right, but like I just didn't really. That was the only part I think I didn't feel as much because I'm like, why is she so, you know? And Mia had a point. Like, why did you make me relive everything? Like, did you really? Like, did they really need Mia? Like, could they really have not done like anything without Mia? I just don't believe it. I'm sorry, I don't believe it. I think Dana and Black Siren could have handled things themselves. I think they just need an excuse to bring her into it. Granted, it's a show, so I knew they're gonna need some kind of reason, but I just don't. It wasn't too believable. Also, I want to know who's behind everything because the girl's boyfriend, I can't remember the girl's name or her boyfriend's name. It's like, she's gonna be pissed. And when she says she, we don't know who she is. Who is she? That's gonna be interesting. So they're trying to prevent a future with the world burning. Big thing though, have to say this, have to mention this. We still have Connor. How do we still have Connor when we saw that Dig didn't have Connor? He actually has baby Sarah. You got some explaining to do. Come on now, did he later have Connor? Did he end up having 3 kids? Or where's baby Sarah? Come on now. I know I ain't the only person who noticed that. They gonna have to explain that some kind of way to me, dog. I saw Connor. I'm like, oh, okay, Connor's still here, but wait, he doesn't have Connor anymore. He has Sarah and John Jr. So yeah, that's the thing that's gonna get me, But I'm pretty sure. I think Green Arrow and the Canary gonna get green lit. That was the pilot episode, backdoor pilot episode. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna get green lit. Hopefully, because I'm excited to see. I wasn't a fan of Mia until season 8 of Arrow, because I never cared about anything that was going on in the future. None of it. I hated every time we went to the future. I'm like, it didn't matter to me. Why are we doing this? This is stupid. But considering the fact that Crisis helped things a lot and season 8 of Arrow was excellent or has been excellent, I think now I'm more excited and more. I would lean more to like seeing the series because if they would announced the series after like season 7, I wouldn't have watched it. They could have had this. They probably could have even had this exact same pilot, but I wouldn't have watched it because I didn't like it. I didn't like the stuff going on in the future, and I didn't like Mia's character. She was kind of she's not. She didn't seem like somebody you can root for. She just, what I'm saying, kind of seemed like a dick. Kind of like how Black Siren seemed. Like, Black Siren just has such an attitude, It's like, chill, baby. Chill. You ain't got to, like, you can be tough without being tough, And then the last of the shows, Legends of Tomorrow, which I love. I love the Legends. Just the fact that they are making a film and it's being they got cameras everywhere. Like, it was great. But let me tell y'all what messed me up about Legends of Tomorrow. Seeing the guy who had the win total for the entire episode, I'm like, do I need to go back and watch the season finale of Legends of Tomorrow? Because I do not know who the hell this guy is. It seems like everybody else does. Like, Sarah knows who he is. Like, the entire team knows who this guy is. And I'm just watching like, something's not right. Like, I can't put my foot on it. Can't put my finger on it, but like, something about this does not seem right to me. And it wasn't to the end of the episode. I'm like, oh, Zara fine ass. I'm like, I can't believe I forgot about Zara fine ass. I'm like, of course. Like, I think this is just a reflection of how many shows I watch and how many shows I try to keep up with. And well, I do forget things from season to season. Before I watch a new season, I usually always have to go back and watch like the previous last episode of that season just to like give myself like a little refresher, because for the life of me, I'm like, I do not know this dude. Where did he come from? Who the hell is he? And then I saw him, I'm like, oh, I remember what happened now, you know. But Legends is gonna be Legends. Gonna forever love Legends. This seems like this year, it's like people from dead leaving here coming back to life, okay? And they're gonna have to. So Legend was effective. I think Legend more or less was Sarah. It was about Sarah and the fact that like she lost her friend, you know, and you know, she didn't. Nobody wanted to really. Well, Ava, I told her like, hey, we're not gonna talk about it, but it's like, no, she needs to, you know, she needs to vent because she lost one of her closest friends, you know. So and she's lost. Sarah lost everybody from like that whole thing. She lost her dad, she lost her sisters, then she lost Alice. So it really affects it, and it showed. And I thought Katie, I think I'm gonna say it's Katie Lotz or Lotz. I think it's Lotz. Katie Lotz did a tremendous job in this episode. Legends were funny as always. I was very, very pleased with this episode, you guys. That's all for DC TV Talk today. Hit that like button. Thanks for watching my vid. If you guys sat through all of this, subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I'll be back. Next week. I'm back to reviewing them individually. Okay, but if the shows come on the same day, then I'm reviewing them together. Like Supergirl and Batwoman will be reviewed together. Arrow and Black Lightning will be Arrow and Black Lightning will actually be reviewed separate, considering the fact that the series finale of Arrow is next week. So I don't want to put that with anything else. But like Black Lightning and Arrow will be separated, and Legends of Tomorrow will be by itself as well. No, it's not. Is that right? Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow will be separated. Either way it goes, it's going to be Black Lightning and Supergirl. Everything else is going to be separated as one. Shit, can't get that shit right. But yeah, peace out, you guys.